Hello, you're watching the Made Stream. I'm Khushbu Soni, founder of Made Stream. Today, we're going to be talking about how do we unlock future of customer engagement in GenAI. And I'm super thrilled to be joined with two of my guests. We have Arvind Heda, who is the Chief Technology Officer at InfoEdge. And we also have Shweta Jain. She's the Director of Enterprise at Exotic. I'm just going to take a couple of minutes to introduce you both. Arvind is a seasoned technology leader who has built and scaled products at Adobe and Naukri. And with deep expertise in data platforms, AI driven solutions, and scalable web and mobile application, he holds multiple patents and is passionate about how do we use data to drive personalization and innovation at real-time decision making. Thank you, Arvind, for joining us. And I'm really excited to having this conversation.
Thank you.
Awesome. Quick introduction to Shweta. Shweta comes with 15 plus years of rich experience working with leading organizations, including Vodafone, Monster, Standard Chartered, and many more. Shweta has successfully led distributed teams, managed P&L, and delivered exceptional growth while keeping customer experience at the core. Wonderful. So I'm looking forward to the discussion, and let's talk about while the topic says how do we unlock, customer engagement with Gen AI. Before we get into Gen AI and AI discussions, I really wanted to touch upon how do we see customer expectations evolve in the years. I mean, we all are customers, with some of the other brands, and our expectations have evolved on how do we want to be connected, reached out, and engaged when using any particular brand in our lives, right? It needs to be personalized, it needs to be fast and very, very interactive. How do you see customer engagement evolved? And this question is for both of you. Maybe Arvind, you can start, and Shweta, you can add. And what do we really see for the years to come? How is it going to evolve in the years to come as well?
Yeah. So what I see is this is a age of instant gratification. So like a consumer, every one of us, right? Each one of us want everything instant, whether it is a service, whether it is a delivery, anything. And you start from social media, right? Everything needs to be instant. And that's the expectation. Expectations are rising because people are getting exposure to various platforms. And clearly now they expect that, okay, when I am asking something, the entity should know what I want, when I want, and how I want. And I need an instant gratification and instant fulfillment. And this would just grow on. If you look at Gen Z, they are more into it, right? We could bear that, okay, we can wait for some response or something, but they need everything instant. And habits are changing. Everyone would want this personalized instant gratification, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm like in total alignment with what Arvind mentioned. Today, in the kind of world that, or probably the lifestyle that we are into, speed is what everyone is looking for. And along with that, I guess the end consumer is only looking at the kind of experience that brand builds for them. So, in case if I am calling as a consumer to any of the brand, I would want my query to be answered first rather than giving the priority to the any other so that's the space, that's the era that we are into, and hence the expectations are rising. Expectations and experience also should rise or go hand in hand. It really matter that brands evolve their system in such a way that they are able to elevate entire customer engagement at the level.
So true. So true. I mean, it's when the expectations are met as a customer is when the experience elevates. Now let's talk about how do we feel that Gen AI can really help in this space, because it's a dynamic world. We customer engagement, customer, experience is human to human, right? But we have technology to enable those experience. How do you see, Gen AI really helping businesses? And again, this is for both of you to just understand what's your thought on Gen AI helping in this space.
Gen AI is a technology. You can use it wherever you can get benefit out of it for customer experience or customer engagement. If I like. So there's a huge potential there because, as you were saying, you need instant response and you want the system to know you, all your past interactions. So when a customer engages with a brand, there's a lot of interactions they have done across channels, different endpoints, right? And there's a huge information available. First problem, right now, these information is not stitched together. GenAI can do a good job there. Second, even if it is stitched together, for a human, an agent to read it like a 5-page document before answering the call or picking up the call and then responding to it, they'll put you on hold, right? And even after that, they have to comprehend it. Gen AI can, very smartly stitch it all together, bring it together, create a summary, also suggest the right response to you, right? So it can do all that if applied right? So it can hugely, change the way we do what we do right now.
Absolutely.
I'm like, yes, it is very truly said that it has to be applied right,
Yeah.
responsibly. And if that happens, Gen AI definitely can become a game changer, can do wonders, especially in the space of customer engagement, building up customer experience via creating the context is what matters to consumer. I'm like, it is very important for a brand to anticipate the intent, why the customer is calling you. Immediately positioning a solution for the intent is also much needed. And that solution has to be precise and accurate, which is where Gen AI can set up the context, help building in the, or possibly build the assistance for the end agent who's actually managing this conversation.
Also, they're going to double click on more of these, use cases, and I'll come to that. Shweta, I also wanted to, understand, because you interact with a lot of technology leaders and customer experience leaders across various brands through Exotel, and Exotel has been helping businesses kind of stay connected with their customers for years. Can you share some of these real life examples where AI has actually made customer interactions easier, faster, and more personal?
Yeah, sure. So definitely at Exotel, we have seen AI building up on brands customers experience in a very different way, because today organizations are actually using AI to figure out call quality analysis, for example, finding out the sentiment of the call. And if we are able to generate the sentiment of the call, it is very easy for the supervisor to intervene if the call isn't going in a right manner, possibly converting a conversation which was leading to a customer churn into a fruitful conversation. So it is very, very important. And somehow AI has been able to create that through multiple other tools that we've been able to build at Exotel. For example, we have call quality analysis, which is, as I said, building sentiment and helping the brands understand the customer's intent, experience on the call, also helping them create the context around the last conversations that the brand has had over multiple other channels. So if that happens, it is very easy to convert the customer from churning or probably retaining the customer, elevating the experience. For example, now that you've spoken about the example wala thing, so first thing that comes to my mind is about a online food delivery platform, wherein I have seen one of the leading food delivery platforms using our tool to figure out that if the order to the consumer is reaching them at the designated time or not. So if the delivery time is promised around 35 minutes, and if the delivery is somehow not happening around that time, a proactive call gets generated to the customer informing that your delivery has been delayed, and accordingly setting the expectations right at the consumer end, informing him that there could be a possible delay, making sure of bringing or helping the customer understand that these are the things which prevail at the local ground level, and maybe taking it up to the customer experience and engagement thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Would do from an experience standpoint, right? Just going a little earlier to what you just mentioned about this use case, it is, I mean, I as a consumer, if I'm reaching out to a brand with some grievance, and if I share, my feedback over a call, and then there is another follow-up call that I'm doing, if it can understand my previous sentiment, my tone, and my problem, and on the second discussion, if I don't have to show my frustration, and if that can be handled,
Yeah.
proactively, it would definitely elevate. It'll definitely calm down,
Yeah.
my my anger for sure as a customer, right? And on the other side of it, when you mentioned about the food delivery app, today, I mean, we would track on the app and it would just say your order has been delayed. But if someone calls up and proactively says that
It's
he's
been
been
raining.
late for so and so,
Yeah, there is a raining.
sure.
Yeah.
But be rest assured, I think that's the experience. Wonderful. I think these are good use cases. Amit, from your side, I mean, there are different at InfoEdge, there are different, brands underneath. But if you can maybe pick up just one of them and tell us what is the hardest part that you believe is today to keep customers happy and engaged these days.
Pick up anything, any brand. The hardest part is to keep the customer engaged is to first understand the customer and solve their problem,
Yeah.
right? And so that is the only part that you should look at it, hard or easy, right? Some of them may be hard, some of them may be easy. Because even in the last problem, right, we said last example that she was giving, all I want is once I have given an order, somebody is taking care of it.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's the assurance that people need. You have not forgot it, right, as a brand, right? So that's what I need. So if somebody is tracking it, it's fine. So if I have to track, then it's like not automated for me. And the same thing happens in other cases also, right? If I have asked for a service, am I getting the right service at the right time? And is somebody working on it? That assurance is what people need. For example, see, in our case, there are services where our team discuss with the customers and send them the proposals, right? Think of a manual way. You discuss, you will, summarize, create the proposal, take 2-3 days, you will get back to them. For that 2-3 days, they will think, is somebody working or not? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But just change the situation. And even after 2-3 days, some things may not work for them. There will be iterations, right? Again, sometime. Just flip the situation. I talk to you and, I get not one proposal, but 2-3 proposal in next 20 minutes, right? So this is where you can apply technology like generative AI and others, where you can understand the customers, you can understand the conversation, then you can leverage the technology to create the proposals, not only one, send 2-3 variants, right, and get their instant feedback. That give you that instant, feeling that, okay, when I talk to someone, actually somebody is working and is coming back to me instantly, right?
Right.
That makes the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. When you know that there is someone who's handling my problem, at least that assurance is good. Shweta, sometimes small tweaks in AI can make a big difference. So let's understand what are some of the surprising ways you've seen companies use AI to improve their customer experience.
Okay. I'm like, yes, sometimes larger impacts are actually driven by these smaller interventions that companies usually take up. For example, with the kind of diverse culture that we are into, a very small thing it may look like that whenever a customer is calling, you have to respond in his own regional language or a local language to ensure that he understands and the agent also is able to communicate with him or the person is able to manage the conversation in his local dialect.
Right.
So this is a small thing. And with AI coming in, what we have realized is that companies today are bringing up or building such mechanisms wherein they adopt the language of the customer, making sure of using the same dialect that the customer is or ensuring of the same regional geography that he is there into so that the customer is able to communicate, understand, and also get the resolution in the same way that he is looking for.
Right.
So, yeah, this could be one small example, but yes, creating a larger impact in every form.
So true. And it would be great to also, understand from you because you mentioned, Gen AI is already getting leveraged by a lot of organizations.
Yeah.
How have you leveraged Gen AI to enhance customer engagement? Maybe if you can share some use case, it would be really great.
Yeah. So multiple ways. See, one I was just sharing that in some of our services, we have used generative AI to, compress the time that we were doing. And that just create a customer delight. What used to happen in 3 days, 5 days, can we do it in 1 day? And with better accuracy, more options. See, provide more options to the customer. Right. That's just one thing. Second, see, when we have our customers who basically we can do certain things with generative AI which we were not able to do earlier.
Right.
Right. Many things can be automated. For example, if somebody has to practice, we can create practice platforms using generative AI.
Yeah.
Right. That's actually earlier they were just dependent on some other third party, third person, right, to do that. That's now totally possible. And they can leverage these platforms and do that. Even the customer response. See, when a customer sends a mail or a query or a problem, we are leveraging generative AI to just respond it faster. How we can respond it quickly, faster, in an automated manner. Because again, it's about getting the information from multiple places, putting it all together,
Right.
responding to the customer. That's another place where we are leveraging, and many other businesses are leveraging generative AI and technology to do it better, faster, and more accurate.
I want to double click on that and just ask you what's next in terms of the journey of customer engagement with Gen AI, with the use cases that you've developed. What do you expect to be the next?
There are a lot of things to do. As I said, see, with technology evolving, there would be a lot of possibilities.
Yeah.
And with the exposure with end consumer or as an end user, all of us are getting, the expectations would also change, right? So while new expectations and new things would keep on coming, but I'm sure even right now we have a lot of things to do, which we can automate, more personalize, make it better for our customers. Recently, I was looking at these, and there was a wave. Just taking an example, there was some sort of a wave came in when we said there's a metaverse coming in.
Yeah.
Of course, that it didn't took off right at that point of time. But now glasses and others are becoming reality, right?
Right.
Meta as a glass, Geo as a glass, right? So those are becoming reality. And again, the customers' expectations would change around it, right?
True.
And businesses would have to evolve around it if some of these ecosystems picks up. And with the technology changing, I think new things would keep on coming, new expectations would keep on coming. So there is no end to the journey.
Yeah, I mean, it's a journey, right? Like, it's a journey. Customer engagement is a journey. Technology adoption is going to be a journey. And we are just in the journey. Shweta, looking ahead, how do you see Exotil using AI to make customer engagement even smarter? And any trends or innovation that businesses should keep an eye on?
Yeah. So, as we were just speaking, today's conversation has to be more predictive,
Yeah.
proactive, and in some form, truly conversational also. So, it cannot be just AI ending the show. Somewhere in the kind of market that we are, we feel that AI is going to be helping us with speed, context, and everything. But yes, human touch cannot go away. So at Exotil, we are building something called as the AI Human Army, which is actually bring up the two things in the same platform and help the brands to handle the conversations with speed, precision, and with empathy as well. Because human element is going to be aligned with AI so as to bring up empathy and the resolution together.
Interesting. It'll be interesting to see how that's evolving. I don't know if you could fix one big pain point with AI in your customer engagement strategy. I know I asked you on what's next, but you know, currently, if there was one big challenge that you think you would want to really fix, what would it be? Will it be response time, personalization, conversions, or something else?
See, if I look at from the customer point of view, and if I see myself as a customer, I would say putting everything in a single meaningful context and then personalize it for the user. So knowing your customer from a brand point of view, it will be knowing your customer. From a customer point of view, having the whole context
Yeah.
and then personalize it for them.
Right.
Right? Because for a customer, it's really like that when they reach us, the brand know
Yeah.
who they are, what they are doing, what they want,
Right.
and can suggest a personalized solution to them.
Awesome. Great. I think this has been a great conversation. And I have a small element which is my favorite, which is the rapid fire round. I have curated some of the questions which I'm going to shoot it at both of you. And whatever comes first in your mind is something that I and I'm sure my viewers are keen to know. So, should we begin? Awesome. Okay. Arvind, in one word, how would you describe the future of customer engagement?
Personalized. First class. Any personalized.
Shweta, AI or human touch? Which do you rely on more in your daily work?
Trust me, it is going to be AI for speed, as I mentioned before. And obviously, human element has to be there. So it has to be AI plus human empathy coming together.
Awesome. Evan, your go-to strategy for keeping customers happy.
Listen to the customer, understand their problem, and then pitch the solution.
Shweta, one habit or ritual that keeps you energized during your busy work days?
My small coffee breaks, which helps me reflect into the overall day that I have been into, and also understand what could have done better, what I could have made better, and recharge myself.
Oh, nice. Arvind, I'm going to ask the same question to you. So, one habit or ritual that keeps you energized during your busy work days?
I think it's, daily 1 hour exercise day.
Oh, very nice. Nice. Arvind, generative AI just hype or a real game changer for your business?
See, it's definitely not the hype. It is material technology. It needs to be put into the right use in a right way. And it is a material change in the way we operate or everyone operates.
Yeah.
Again, because everyone is getting the exposure and the expectations are changing and the possibilities are also changing.
Sure.
But altogether, it's a real thing to leverage and enable everyone.
Absolutely. And can become a game changer in years to come. Shweta, one book or podcast or resource that inspires you in your work?
So in my work related things, I think our CEO's podcast are amazing. I'm like, he's been doing a lot of podcasts nowadays. And I truly inspired by the conversations that he's having. So yes, definitely if it is work related, that. And if it is fun related, possibly Nitin Kam's podcast.
He's very good at it. Yeah. And I've heard
Shiku's podcast.
yes, he's very good at it.
He's very good at it. And the way he inspires in his podcast, yes, it's amazing.
I'd love to probably have one with him, and I will do that for sure. Ivan, the same question for you. A book, a podcast, or resource that inspires you in your work?
See, one book which I liked very much is Noon Shots.
Okay.
It is about it's about having a balance between what they call as a artist and a soldier in an organizations. It's basically a balance between a creativity and execution part,
Right.
right? So you cannot be all creative and no execution, and you cannot be all execution and no creativity. So it's a constant transition that you need to have between two states to be really agile and moving forward.
Yeah. Imagination to execution
Right.
is the key.
And the balance is
Absolutely. Okay, my last question. Arvind, if you weren't in your current role, what would you be doing instead?
been working on to something in renewable energy space to build some solutions there.
Nice. Shweta, same question. If you weren't in your current role, what would you be doing instead?
Well, I got some thinking time. So if I wouldn't have been in this space with the kind of person I think I am, I like to meet people. So, and probably also solve problems for them. I would have definitely been doing something into the problem solving space only, wherein I could have probably thought of some interjection between tech and the problem solving thing, and probably developing a solution around some or the other unique problem.
Wow, nice. Interesting. I really enjoyed our conversation. I hope you did as well.
Thanks for you. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me on the mainstream, and thank you for all the lovely insights.
Thanks.
Thank you.